morning, everyone. Welcome to a new week to learn and to grow. And I'm really excited that you're here and that you're ready to take on the week. I do have a few beginning of the week announcements. First, I wanted to shout out the Lexia Stars from last week. These are scholars who had logged on for the most minutes. So those scholars are Ellie, Kinley, Lucy, Nolan, and Chloe. Thank you. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for becoming better readers by using that Lexia program. I also wanted to let you know that in addition to those top scholars, we had 12 scholars out of our entire class meet their weekly goal. So you have a Lexia goal minutes that you should be meeting each week. Some of you are at 20 minutes per week, some of you are at 30, and some of you are at 60. So depending on your goal, you should be trying to reach that goal each week, all right? So we had 12 scholars who met their goal or went above their goal last week. Let's see if we can get more scholars meeting their Lexia goal this week, all right? Next, I wanted to give a friendly reminder about the Math Do Now corrections for the week. Don't forget, there's no Math Do Now correction video today because it's Monday, but you will have one tomorrow, so don't forget to check out the video for corrections for today's Math Do Now. So you should be doing Monday Math Do Now to the best of your ability, and then tomorrow you'll check your work with the video. All right, moving on, we do have a new math lesson up for the fractions. And this is the last lesson video that you're going to get, so hopefully you've been learning a lot and doing well. You will have a test on it on Friday, and the way that we're going to do the test, it's going to be an online test, and I'll give more information about it as we get closer, but I just wanted to let you know that there will be a small little quiz or assessment, and whatever you want to call it, on Friday, so I can see what you learned and how you're doing, all right? We have a million shout outs to get to, okay? Not literally a million, but quite a few. So bear with me and here we go. The first person I want to shout out and really go through with the writing process is Chloe. She did a fantastic job going through and being thorough with the writing process, from planning her writing to drafting her writing to editing her writing, and then she published it. And then her mom went with the rubric, kind of like her teacher, right? So her mom looked at her writing and then is comparing it to the rubric and giving her a grade. So I want to go over that right now so that you have a really good idea of how you should be going through the writing process, all right?
All right, here we go. So you see here that Chloe starts out first by planning her writing. Good writers are going to plan out what they're going to write. So this sheet for narrative writing is really going to be a great tool for you to use to plan out what it is that you want to write. Who are your characters in your narrative? What is the setting? Where does it take place? What happens in the beginning and in the middle and at the end? Now, Chloe did go quite in depth. You could see how much she's writing in the beginning, the middle, and the end, but that is okay. I just want you to go ahead and think about what it is that happened in the beginning, middle, and end. That will make it easier for you when you go ahead and write your draft. The next thing Chloe does, step number 2, is she is drafting. Now, the blue parts that you see there are words that she needed help from mom to spell, but that will be step number 3, which is edit. So let's focus on step number 2 first, which is draft. She took her plan, she planned her writing. Now she's using her planning page to write out her narrative. So you can see here what she is writing. She's writing about her Easter day, how she spent her Easter. And then step number 3 is going to be to edit. Go back and edit your work. So that can be either with pencil and eraser, or if you need help from mom or dad to spell, they can also help you with that as well. And here we have Chloe's published work. So she took her draft, she took her editing, and now she is rewriting it. I know that's a lot of work, but that's what good writers do. She's rewriting it for her published piece. It says, Chloe's Easter Day. I'm writing about my Easter day. First, I woke up, I went downstairs. Me and my brothers were shocked when we saw our Easter baskets. Then we watched Frozen 2 and ate fruit and carrot cake for breakfast. Then we had an Easter egg hunt. And for the rest of the day, we played outside. My favorite part of when we went outside was when we had our water gun fight. I had a great Easter. All right, step number 5, the very last step, the icing on top will be to bring your writing to an adult and bring this rubric. And they can go ahead and be your teacher and grade you on how you did on your writing. So they're going to go through all the pieces. Did you include the who, what, where, and why? Did you have proper capitalization and punctuation in your sentences? Did you stay on topic? Did you write about something that really happened to you? And did you have nice, neat handwriting? And then giving you that grade will give you that perfect feedback for how you did on either your narrative or your persuasive writing.
We have a bunch of other scholars who've been submitting their writing. I love to see what you're writing and how you're improving. This is the time of the year that second graders really blossom in their writing as long as they keep practicing. So don't forget to keep on going. You can do it. I believe in you. Send me your writing. I want to see what you're up to. All right. The second shout out I wanted to shout out is Sam. Sam has been practicing her poem from last week, and her mom sent me a video of her practicing the poem, and she was just reading it, but off of the paper. But I just really appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty, and I just appreciate her trying. So she's showing me that, like, okay, maybe she didn't memorize it yet, but she's practicing it, and that's all that I ask. I just ask that you just do your best, and that's really all I can ask for. So way to go, Sam. Super proud of you. Thanks for setting an example. The next person I'd like to shout out is Ane. Ane did quite a few things last week, at the end of last week. He memorized his poem. Great job, Ane. And then we also had a persuasive letter trying to convince us that he should be able to eat candy every day. So thanks, Ane, for sharing your writing. The next person I'd like to shout out is Alex. Alex received his little special something in the mailbox, and so he had a picture sent over to me with a huge smile on his face, and that made my day as well. Thanks, Alex, for sharing your picture. And then we have Talia next. Talia shared her persuasive letter that you should always brush your teeth. Like always. And I was like, well, yeah, you should always brush your teeth. That's kind of gross if you don't. So that didn't take much convincing there, but she had some really good reasons, and I want to share that letter. Or I want to share that letter, but she sent a video, so I don't have the letter to show you, but it was really good. Thank you, Talia, for sharing. And then we have 2 examples that I will share with you. The person I want to share is Paisley's narrative. So Paisley sent over a narrative about her Easter, and so here is her narrative now.
Paisley writes, Easter egg hunt. I was at my grandparents' lake house with my cousins and my other family. We were going to do an Easter egg hunt. There were literally 1,000 Easter eggs, all different colors and sizes. At the beginning, we ran to find lots of Easter eggs on the grass. We got the ones up higher, and my baby cousin got the ones on the grass. In the middle, we were running around the grass super excited. At the end, we were done, and we got 4 pieces. I think she meant to say 4 supper. Delicious candy. I had some Smarties and sour trolls. They were so good. By Paisley.
And then last but not least, we do have Judah. Judah sent over his persuasive letter. And this was, he was trying to persuade us that he should be able to eat candy every day. So here is Judah's writing now. Thank you so much, guys, for everything that you're doing. I seriously miss you a ton, and I can't wait to see what you're up to this week. Have a great day, everyone.
Judah writes, Dear Mrs. Borja, I think we should have candy every day. After you eat the candy, you can easily brush your teeth. Also, there's all sorts of candy, even healthy ones. Eating candy makes everybody feel happy. I hope you can agree with me that candy keeps the worries away. Sincerely, your scholar, Judah.